Wow, the energy in this room, I got chills. Woo! Very powerful. That's what makes Enagic, right? Yeah. All right, I'm Daryl Prusak. I'm the development director of EnagicWebSystem.com. And thank you. I'm responsible for building all of the technical end of things with the marketing system, with the Enagic shops, and I'm working with Enagic on a global basis to make sure that everybody in the world gets the same amazing and awesome tools. Enagic Web System itself is translated in over 14 different languages and growing. So we're really focused on that global market. It's a global business, right? Right. So I know a lot of you are actually EWS members, so I'm not going to really do a presentation on all that we are, because we got a lot going on, and there's a tool for everyone in there. But what I do want to present to you is 3 new things that are really, really exciting. All right? Let's get to it. Enagic mobile app. This is the big introduction, the app you've been waiting for. Yeah. The Enagic mobile app in its first rendition is focused on making sure that you have access to all of your prospects, all of your contacts. It's putting you in direct connection with your websites and your marketing. You're getting push notifications when people are asking you for the ebooks, newsletters. You're able to directly interact and communicate with your people on your websites in real time. Beautiful. Other features that we focused on was revolutionizing the entire ordering process. Yeah. We all know that can be a bit of a sore point. So we really focused on building an entirely new order process that really gives you guys the ability and flexibility to get your orders booked quickly and efficiently with as little stress as possible on your buyers. So the new mobile app, as you will see, we're not going to be demoing it up on the screen, so I'm just going to tell you how it works. But the new mobile app is just built into a basic wizard. It allows you to interact with your prospect database so you can preload all of the order information that you have stored on the contact in your EWS back office. And that preload allows you to get through that order process automatically. So it's just a few steps, load in their information. And here's the really cool part about it. It is a mobile app, and you are designed to book the sale in person when you're with the person or when you're not with the person. And the way this works, it's a really cool feature. You can pre-fill an order, preload all of the details that you don't want your customer to have to think about, and then you just send it. It pops up on their phone, and they just sign the papers and plug in the payment, right? So this app is going to be growing over time, and we really look forward to all of you working with us, communicating with Enagic Web System to let us know what are the features that you're looking for most, what are your challenges, what are the things that you would like us to address. And that's what this app is all about. Enagic Mobile. Check us out, Enagic Web System. The app is free for all the Enagic web system members. So you just download it from the Android store or the iTunes store, and you're set to go, all right? Enagic Mobile. All right, as you can see, get the app. We're official launch, we're in beta phase right now, so official launch is next month. All right. Now it's here, the True Health webinar. Many of you have been taking advantage of the True Health webinar over the past 8 months, and many of you haven't yet heard of it. True Health webinar is coming down right from Mr. O's vision of true health, mind, body, and finances. This is also incorporating Mr. Oshiro's love of people to people. We're not talking about a video that plays for people. We're talking about a live webinar, and you guys are the stars. All of you. You guys have the opportunity to join this webinar, and we give you the format, we give you the guidelines of what it is that you're going to be talking about. And the webinar will go through the story of what it is to become an Enagic distributor and the kind of life-altering experience that it gives you. So just a little preview, I'm going to show you, this is the vibe that we're going for with the True Health webinar.
Income is totally different. Peace of mind, I never really had peace of mind until Enagic came into my life. So I can spend quality time with the people that I want to spend time with. See, because like on the picture you're seeing right there, I don't have to, I do have my own cleaning company, but I always, if I'm not working, if I'm not there, I'm not making any money. Now with the Enagic, hey, you know what? Let's go. We jump in the car, we jump on the plane, and we're out there living life, seeing things that I've never seen before, never actually had the time to see. That's what it was.
I was able to share the water with people. They're hooked. Once they drink the water, they first come in, they're like, I can't drink water. I'm terrible. Next thing you know, they're like, I can't drink anything but water. What did you do to me? a pound a day. And nationwide, I've got people, I'm selling the system because they're getting hooked. They're like, tell me about this water. What's going on? So it changed my life. It changed my income.
And I'm just an ordinary Joe, an ordinary guy with dreams, desires, and visions. And this company has given me and my family a real shot of having it really show up in life without limitation. And a life that I love, okay? And the best part about it, it's a forever transferable gift that I can give away and share with the masses. As when you join the Enagic business and you really get the real heart of Enagic, I'm here to tell you it's better than winning the lotto.
I live in Canada. I live about 2.5 hours from the American border. And it used to be, my dreams have been so big my whole life. I dream about building an orphanage and all kinds of really cool things. I used to drive 2.5 hours across the American border when the Powerball lottery got over 170 million because I thought that would be the only way that I could reach my dream. And the day that I found this business, I felt like my lottery ticket struck.
It's really personal development with a compensation plan. It's really great because you're surrounded by people who are like-minded, who are success-oriented, who want to grow, who want to better themselves. And what greater gift? I mean, you don't find that in corporate environments.
I've been here watching thousands and thousands of people, okay? We've served many thousands of people in EWS alone, the EnagicWebSystem.com. I've watched them have an incredible amount of success. I've seen this change the lives of so many people. And there are some that don't make it. And I honestly believe the thing that separates the people that do make it and don't make it is whether or not they give up.
So, True Health webinar is the heart of Enagic, the heart of Mr. Oshiro, and the heart that I'm feeling right here in this room. That's what does it. All right. So now we have the True Health webinar, and we also have a capture page that we are now releasing. This is what helps you start building that funnel into the webinar so that people can be engaged and you get more duplication. So that's just a short intro to the True Health webinar capture page. It's a very beautiful page that captures that heart, that vision, that mission that we all have in life to get that financial freedom. We don't actually get into the Enagic or the brands in the capture page. The very first step that we just want to intrigue them on is, hey, there's another way to make this life work. So we just want to pique their interest on the True Health webinar, hear from the real people, real stories of these life-changing events. So this capture page is now launching. Every EWS member will be receiving it right in their accounts. Beautiful website. But now you might be wondering, great, we got a capture page, we got yet another website. Now we need the prospects. You gotta have the prospects. Infinity. Now I'm going to hear how long some of you have been in Enagic, because some of you know what I'm talking about when I say infinity. Can I hear from you? Who knows infinity? Right? Infinity was a very, very powerful marketing cooperative that we ran many years ago that had a very product-focused presentation. It was very sales-oriented on the product, not on the duplication and the lifestyle and creating more distributors. The new Infinity relaunch that we are doing now is entirely focused on the True Health webinar and creating a system of direct duplication for your teams. By plugging into Infinity, what you are going to have is, let's see, I don't like the word leads. I always end up going to leads because that's what people say, but I'm not really a big fan of the word leads. Because there's a dime a dozen lead vendors out there that sell leads for pennies. And you know how they do it. Everybody knows how they do it. Because who here gets spam in their email boxes? Right? That's how a lot of leads are generated. A lot of lead companies are selling them real dirt cheap because all they're doing is just spamming everybody for them. Now, what's really important to understand with Infinity is this is actually a high-end marketing cooperative that is non-profit. Right? So let me say that again. It's a marketing cooperative that's non-profit. That means everybody that's joining the Infinity Marketing Cooperative, we're pooling all of the funds together, and then our team at Enagic Web System, who really knows marketing very well and knows how to spend good advertising dollars, we're going to be investing that entire pool into a centralized marketing system, hitting social media, banners, ads all over the internet. And we have tracking systems in place that help us refine the results that we're getting. So as people are joining Infinity, they're going to be getting these leads every single day of real people that are highly interested, people that are probably going to be picking up the phone to call you as opposed to just ask for an ebook. And you're going to be able to give us the feedback that we need to refine those leads and those prospects so that we can tweak the ads and increase the power of that joint marketing budget due to everybody joining the Infinity program. Yeah, so that's direct duplication. That's right, because when you get your team, what do? Get in EWS, get the Infinity program, start learning with the training on how to work with these kind of leads, and then they just kick right off. High quality Infinity marketing. You're gonna love it. So those are the topics that I really wanted to cover today to give you a peek at what's really coming. There's really a lot more happening right now. We're working directly with Enagic Corporate to achieve some of the goals that they have in mind for you. And they've given us great guidance and great direction on everything that we're doing. So we're hand in hand, making sure that we're producing the image, the marketing, the vision, the mission that I know all of you know about. That's the heart of Enagic. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Okay,
Is that right? Because the timer
if you want to be successful, here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump.
I did an exercise.
There is no way around it. You have to jump. Every successful person has jumped. You got to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to dash off that cliff, and you got to jump out there as far as you can. Now, a lot of times you stand on the cliff of life, and you see other people soaring by, gliding down like a bird flying through the air. You know, they're going over to the south of France. You see them on a boat somewhere. You see their family vacation here, their family vacation there. You see them dressing like this. You see them in New York, and you see them in London. They flying by. You know why? It's because their parachute open. But the only way to get your parachute to open so you can soar, you got to jump. Now here's the problem. Here's the problem, my friends. When you jump, I can assure you one thing. You listening? I promise you this. Your parachute will not open right away. No, that's the fear part. I promise you your parachute will not open right away. You're gonna hit them sides of the rocks. You're gonna tear your back out on the cliff. You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna get wounded. You're gonna get some tears and stuff like that. But eventually, the parachute will open and you'll be sober. But here's the other caveat. Let me teach you this right here. If you do not jump, I promise you one thing. Your parachute will never open. So you're safe, but you'll never sober. You got to jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Mr. Daniel D. McCauley.
Coming to the close. Oh, by the way, I haven't been talking about the trade secrets here. We had a lot of leaders. We asked them what they wanted to share with the audience. This is a frontline guy to me, Lars Jacobson. He's one of the top 6As in Southern California and one of the top presenters. And I know his goal is to come up here. But just in case you're interested in something, this guy, Lars, does a training on a cruise every year. This is gonna be his third one. So I just wanted to promote that. I know we're not supposed to promote it, but it's really good. He's had a ton of people. They fill the cruise up. It's 3 to 4 to 5 days. And I think the next one's gonna be happening in about 6 to 8 months. Just real quick, just in case. Lars, are you in the room? Where are you? Raise up your hand. All right. If you're interested in that, talk to my friend there, Lars Jacobson. Now, what I'm going to be doing at this time is I'm going to be introducing the top people in the business. These are the multi-million-dollar earners of Enagic. This is the top of the very top. This is the $1 million panel. I'd like them to please come on out. Let me see. Where's my... Do I have a clicker? I don't have a clicker. Okay. Maybe we can go to the next thing here. Hopefully they're on the board. Let me see if they are. Can you... I don't have the thing, but... Do you have one? Okay, thank you. Thanks. Deb, come here. I want everybody to thank Deb here. She's in charge of this whole thing, and you will not believe what a nightmare it is. The leaders, these people, it's like herding cats. They're all over the place, but they're supposed to be able to do that. But I would like to bring up to the stage JV Pacifico, Romy Verdera, Eli Angelina Dafesh, Cynthia Berganti, my good friend Bob Gridelli, Akio Katsumaya, Akitoshi Nakamura, and Keiko Ishii. Can you please come on up? Let me just tell you about this group. This is the top of the top of the top. These are the people that opened up the doors for everybody in here. Without this group, they could do this convention in a photomat booth, because there would be nobody there. Without this group, no one in this room would be here. So I want you to know who they are, and we're going to not only ask them one final question, but when we do that, I'd like to just have them just real quickly, how long they've been in the program, and where they came from, and a real quick 30-second on how you got started. We'll start with Eli here. Can we get the microphone on? Oh, here. Let's start with Eli. How long you been with the program?
About 10.5 years.
And how did you get started?
We got a phone call from some old distributor, friends of ours from a previous company.
Did a demo?
We went out to see a demo in Costa Mesa. It was about a 2.5-hour drive. Went out to validate the income. Wanted to see the validation on the technology. Saw the Dr. Shinya's colon DVD, and I drank the water. I had a buzz. I felt like I was high. I said, this is pretty cool. I like this. Got so excited. Ran out of that house and forgot my shoes. Drove 2.5 hours without my shoes. True story.
Can you bring Jelena, you got started the same way?
Yeah.
Demo, excited?
Yeah, definitely the demo.
Is it true that Eli left his shoes there? He was so excited?
It is very true. He left his shoes there. If we know Eli, that does happen sometimes. He'll leave his shoes somewhere. We might find his wallet somewhere. We might find the wallet in Barstow with Jerry's son next time. That happens. They get so excited they leave things. But you know, I was not as excited, ladies and gentlemen. I was a skeptic because I was one of those that thought water is water. And here we are. Yeah.
JV?
Hey,
How did you get started?
Yeah, I've been in this business for about a good 12 years.
How long?
12 years.
12 years.
And I started, someone just introduced the water to us. My wife was kind of ill, so something. And when we served the result, that's when I decided to, to really get interested on it. And then, but the problem is that we do have, aside from the health issues that my wife and I was suffering, we got financial problems too. Our house was in the process of foreclosure, and we were living it off on borrowed money. In fact, my check in Enagic bounced 4 times, but I just keep on going. All right, so
okay.
I want you guys to just keep on going.
Romy? There you go. How did you get started? Romy from New York.
Okay, I came to an event like this. I was brought by JV to an event. He invited me, and then I invited Cynthia at the same time. So she was my first prospect. And after the event, I bought my machine in New York. I bought $200 worth of pH tester, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep doing this demo. And I did it. 90 days, I became a 6A, and I just kept on doing it.
Dynamite. Cynthia, how did you get started?
10 years and a half also. And I was, Romy is my downline in other company. And the company that we work with filed bankruptcy. And then what happened was, Romy keep on telling me, "Hi Cynthia, please come to the to the event of the Kangen water." And then I went with him. I was impressed, but not so much because what I've seen in the convention like this is like people with oxygen, right? And then with bringing water. So in short, I was convinced by Romy with saying, "Hey Cynthia, don't you know that the credit card that I pay towards to our business, my wife didn't know about it." So I was forced to join with him. So thank you, Romy, because if not you, I'm not gonna be able to, there's no Cynthia, right? And there's no most of you here. So that's it.
Bobby, before he speaks, did I mention that these are multi-million-dollar earners? This is way up there. This is like athlete money, okay? Bobby, how did you get started?
Just had our 9-year anniversary in Enagic and was introduced to the company by a good friend of mine who introduced me to Eli and Jelena. I told him no 20 different times, not interested in this business. Watched the demonstration that him and Michael Maxwell did. Liked what I saw with the demonstration, invested in an SD501 for personal use only, just as a consumer. Still told him no, again, not interested in the business. Got the water, started using the technology, got the water inside of me, got amazing results, and of course, the rest is history. You share something good that happens to you, and now it's spread to 50,000 people all over the world and growing by 1,000 people a month.
Thank you. Don? How long has he been in the business, and how did he get started?
19年前にエナジックの創業者の大城会長から誘われました。 So first I started with Mr. Oshiro close to over 20 years ago.
He's been with the company 20 years.
ただし最初からビジネスとしてやるという気持ちは薄かったです。
So I was interested in the business first.
しかし大城会長の実はセミナーも何度かお聞きしましてその気になりました。
And I was very lucky to be able to see a seminar with Mr. Oshiro himself.
その後は日本中を47都道府県すべてで事業説明会を行いました。
So we immediately went all around Japan and we had 47 different seminars following that.
もうすべての人生はエナジック一本でやってまいりました。
And I think I owe my life to Enagic.
今後とも80歳になるまで頑張るつもりです。
And I intend to do this at least till I'm 80.
Okay, thank you. Next. Same question. How long has he been with the program and how did he get started?
私は15年前にエナジックをスタートしました。
I first encountered Enagic 15 years ago.
15 years.
当時は大城会長のセミナーというか大きな社長講演会が行われていました。
And I remember first meeting Mr. Oshiro at a big speech that he held.
それに何度も参加して、この仕事を本格的にやろうという確信を持った次第です。
And it was only because of what he said that I sparked in my heart the will to do this business.
でセミナーをやはり全国的にいろいろやってまいりました。
So of course we went all around Japan doing seminars.
来る日も来る日もセミナーをやり。
And day in and day out we did seminars.
多くの人に来る日も来る日も断られ。
And we heard from all kinds of people.
そしてまた来る日も来る日も話を伝
え。And then at seminar after seminar we told the message.
断られる以上に多くの人に出会って仲間を集めていきました。
And I was very, very lucky because along the way I actually made many friends.
で素晴らしい人にたくさん出会って素晴らしいエナジックだという確信を今も抱いております。
And I'm actually the fortunate one because I met all these wonderful people.
さらに15年後も、さらに15年後も、おそらく120歳までは続けられるかなと思っております。
And as I look back, it's only been 15 years. It's only been 15 years, but I intend to do this until I'm 120.
Now, before she gets started, when I first got started in the business, I wanted to know the highest rank sideways because I couldn't catch up with these people. And they told me there was a lady in Japan who was a 6'8", 15. And I said, what? I mean, it was unbelievable. And then they told me her age, and I said, what? And every time I tried to catch up to her, she kept working and going higher. So I was telling them to please have her take a vacation so I can catch up. This is Keiko. She is magnificent and one of the top distributors in Enagic. How did she get started? How long has she been in?
Hello? My name is Keiko Ishii. 私は17年目に入りました。
And I'm just fortunate enough to be celebrating my 17th year.
エナジックやる前は洋服屋でした。
So before I entered Enagic, I made clothing.
バブル弾けて全てなくしました。
But when the bubble economy broke in Japan, my business went under.
体も壊れて。
It was tough.
そんな時にエナジック大城会長と会いました。
And exactly at that low point, I encountered Mr. Oshiro.
もうこれしかないと
And I thought to myself, this is it. This is only it.
特に新しい方、 聞いてください。最初の1ヶ月。
So for the new people here, what I'd really like you to pay attention to is your first month.
1ヶ月先までですね、全部予約を朝昼晩晩。
For that first month, set appointments every single day, every afternoon, every night.
と入れて、1日 4組お会いしました。
And what I did is I met 4 different people every single day.
それが始まりです。
That's how I started.
少しでもお金が入ってくれば嬉しいですよね。
Little by little, the money started coming in.
で、それから粛清作りということに私はインプットしました。
So I input that kind of cognition or thinking into my brain.
で、今お褒めいただきましてありがとうございます。
And Danny, thank you for your very, very kind words.
女ですね。
As a woman,
私は横の数字で必ず一番にいようと決めました。
I really am amazed kind of that it's come this far so quickly.
で、今回もまたきっとアップしまして、
And as I look at all these people here today,
6へ18。
I've been fortunate enough to be able to be a 6A 18 -5.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.
毎日必ずどなたと会ってください。
No matter what, it's about every single day meeting new people.
いつも温かい目で見ていただいてありがとうございます。
And thanks for always being kind and helping me with your kind eyes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don, I'm going to go backwards this way, and this is your final message to the group. What final advice do you have to this body of distributors that you would like to give to them as a final message so they can sit down on this stage someday? Keiko, what's her final message to the distributors?
成功っていう2文字はですね、心、必ず必要です。
When we write the character for success in Japanese, it's composed of 2 characters, one meaning heart and one meaning effort.
その人のためにあまりはエナジック来るようになってます。
You have to understand the other person's heart first and what they're going to do.
その積み重なりで
And as you get to know that,
毎日諦めない。
every single day you must think to yourself, I cannot quit.
日本にはですね、そういうことわざがあるんです。
And we have this special slogan in Japanese.
継続は力なり。
So, performance or success is predicated upon only effort.
そのために大城会長が4月の終わりに世界ナンバー1という横の数字を表彰してくれました。
So I was very, very pleased this past April, Mr. Oshiro told me I was the most successful distributor for Frontline 6As.
私は2003年度にアメリカに初めて来ました。
I first came to America in 2003.
英語ができなくて困りました。
It was tough as I couldn't speak English.
でも、この私がいます。
But even a person like me can do this.
あとは目標にどう近づくかということですよね。
It's all based on what you're going to do.
どうぞ休まずにコツコツと
So give it your all every single day, little by little.
必ず皆さんはその目標に達成すると思います。
And hold on to that dream that you'll make it come true.
で、自分は成功するんだと決めてください。
And tell yourself every single day, I'm going to do it.
以上です。
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. See you again.
What's his final message to the distributors?
今日はいろんな成功者の方の話を聞きました。
Today I listened to a lot of winners talk.
どれも本当に素晴らしい、興奮する素晴らしいお話でした。
Every single one of them impressed me. Everyone was a winner.
それを聞きながら、私は成功する方法はたった一つではないなという気をいたしております。
And as I listened to them speak, I said to myself, you know, there's not only one way to be successful.
もちろん素晴らしい成功する方法とまあまあ成功する方法といろいろあるとは思います。
There's wonderful and great methods of success, and there's so-so methods of success.
ただし成功しない方法であればどなただって成功できるという確信が私は持てると思います。
But the main impact is, if you have that will to succeed, it doesn't matter how you do it.
ですから今日いろんな先輩の話を聞いていただいてこのやり方が自分に合ってるなというやり方をどこまでも深く追求をしていただきたいなというふうに思います。
So as you listen to those of us who have maybe had a little more time than you have, all you have to think to yourself is, I'm capable of that too.
その方法を見つけたらもうあなたは成功したと一緒だと思います。
And if you find your own way, I'm certain you'll be successful.
そして重要なことは自分が定めた成功する方法を来る日も来る日もまた来る日も来る日も繰り返していくことが大事だと思います。
The most important thing to be successful is to understand that my day is here, my day is here.
そうするとあなたは選んだ素晴らしい方法のエキスパートになっていくと思います。
And then all you have to do is become an expert in your chosen method of success.
それがあなたの成功そのものだと思います。
That's the way for you to be successful.
Thank you.
His final message to the people.
エナジックの大城会長、先ほどお話ししましたけど、最初の本当に私に5回も6回も福岡に来ていただきました。
It took me a while to really understand what Mr. Oshiro was talking about.
7回目にやっとサインをしました。
After 7 times of hearing him, I decided to join.
従いまして大変今考えますと大城社長に悪かったなという気持ちはずっと持っております。
And I've always thought, you know, I should have listened.
とにかく大城社長は愛情と行動力抜群の方です。
And Mr. Oshiro really taught me the depth of adoration and compassion.
今もますます大城ご夫妻、世界中を飛んでいただいております。
And as you see Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro fly all around the world,
その創業者のご夫妻の力で我々は安心してこの真の健康を世界に広げられているわけです。
we can actually be relieved to know that the power of that one couple helps us succeed in finding true health.
どうぞ世界中の皆様のますますのご努力をお願い申し上げまして挨拶にいたします。ありがとうございます。
I'm going to continue to pray for all of your success and your good health, so please keep going. Thank you very much.
Bobby, what's your final message to the people?
Final message is we're all here to learn, right? And many of you are probably thinking, I'm here to learn how to do the business. There's many ways to do the business, and I think you just have to find what way fits best for you. But that's not the most important part. The most important part is why to do the business. What is your why? Because if your why is big enough, it will get you through all the obstacles that you might go through in building your business, and it will allow you to get up on this stage because every one of you can get here also. So dream big and make sure you have a big why, and we'll see you up here.
Thank you. Cynthia, what's your final message to the people?
All right. Okay. To to God be the glory that we're here, right? We finally arrived here at the convention. My advice to you is like, you guys already have everything, but please don't give up on Him, because prayer is the key to success in life, okay? If I don't pray, I don't have anybody here. I don't have him and Eli. You know, don't give up on Him, because He's the only one that can provide you. Look at me. I'm not as good as them, but because of God is in my heart, ask the wisdom of God to manifest on you so that you can get everything you want, because I want you to live. I want you to have peace of mind. Even though you have a lot of money, but if you have no spiritual, in your life, you cannot reach to your destiny. So pray, always pray, because prayer is the key to success. Thank you.
Thank you. Romy, what's your final message to the people for them to come up here?
Don't let anybody steal your dreams. 30 years ago, I was half my age. I'm 60 now, so 30 years ago I was 30. I was sitting in a crowd like this in another company. And I was just dreaming that one day I'll make it in network marketing. And I'm looking at the stage and I said to myself, one day I will be in that stage also. And it happened in Enagic. I never gave up and I just kept on trying.
JV, what's your final message to the people? And I just want you to know, JV in the US, that's the godfather here. Okay?
Alright, when I started, the first thing that I realized is that, because we live on borrowed money for so many years, so I just want to get out of the rut. When I saw the opportunity, I put my focus on it. Never. So my advice to you guys, keep your focus on your vision, because without it, you'll be derailed. I've seen so many who started, become 6A, the following year they're doing another business and stuff like that. So if you're not focused on what your goal is and your dream, it's not going to happen. And I know that you guys need self-discipline, and that's the most important. Because the enemy is yourself. If you watch TV like 2-3 hours a day, that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So my final word is focus on your dream. Focus on your dream. And that's all it takes. Once you have that, you can do whatever, you find a way, to become successful in this business.
Okay.
Right?
Dynamite. Jelena, what's your final advice to the people?
Thank you so much, from the heart, from prayer, to focus, to vision, to all of it, ladies and gentlemen. As Bobby said, the why. It's got to be greater than each and every one of us here. What does that say behind us? I can't hear you. That's it. Don't ever let go of your dreams. Eli and I are so blessed and fortunate. We've been in this company for almost 11 years, but in this amazing network industry for 21 years. And there is a better way, and the better way is Enagic. And I feel that it's each and every one of our duties to get out there and share this message, share the message of compassion. Always lead with your heart. We could come up here and teach you all the how-tos, but as someone said today earlier, I think it was Sebastian, it starts right here in your heart. And it's so true, ladies and gentlemen. Know that if you do not have the book Mr. Oshiro wrote last year, I encourage all of you, get to the vendor booth at the end of the convention, get that book, understand the company that you're a part of, understand the founder, who is our leader, the hardest working distributor here within Enagic. He is our papa, he is everything. He's going to protect us, and this company is going to be here beyond us our family, our future family. I wish each and every one of you all of the successes that you truly deserve, and may God bless all of you.
And finally, Eli, what's your final message to everyone here so they can get from there to here?
Jolene and I went through some heartaches in the beginning of our marriage because my son, who you saw speak today, by the way, did you like my son Wadea Daffish when he spoke this morning? Was it good? Come on, give it up for Wadea. He fell out of a second-story window at the age of 3. And I was walking in the bedroom, and I was watching my son popping out the window. And my natural reaction was almost like God had a string attached to my belly, and he pulled me right out the window. I caught, and I dropped. And I saw my life flash before me. And throughout his life, we had gone through some different challenges. And as he sort of told you about the last 10 years of his life, that he had gone through hardships and tribulations. And as I was trying to afford medical bills, legal bills, as he got into the teen years and things like that, I realized that my annual income had to become my monthly income. I could not afford what was happening in my life, and I became like Mel Gibson in a raging movie. Harrison Ford. I was like this raging father trying to save my son's life, and I would have done anything. And what I realized is I began getting involved in personal development, and listening to Dr. Wayne Dyer, and then getting into Napoleon Hill and all the greats, and I started to think about the fact that there are possibilities for me, even though I was this immigrant child that came to America. I had a learning disability, didn't know my ABCDs till high school, but I knew that I could achieve more if I believed more. And so that mission of wanting to protect my family grew so strong in me that I wanted to just become the best version of myself. So I became a student of personal development. I listened to it, I went to seminars, I listened to it I bought tapes, I did anything and everything to just not be this guy that lived a regular life. And I realized that the system out there was broken. You couldn't have a traditional business that you could really make profit in. It wasn't going to work to be an employee. Corporate America wasn't happening. And I saw that the only way was to get into the network marketing industry where you could truly have leveraged income, where you could teach people how to do a process and how to duplicate a system, and that you could actually be rewarded for helping others. And that just became my journey, guys. I talked to anybody. I talked to you at McDonald's. Everybody got a shot with Eli. If you were 3 feet from my body, the 3-foot rule, I talked to you. Because my focus became on helping others. Because I knew that if I helped others out of their grief, out of their heartaches, that I knew that Almighty was going to have blessings for me in my life. And I would tell you exactly what JV said. Focus on what it is, what burning desire inside of you, and then choose to become a professional in this industry and do it with Enagic for life. That's my best advice.
Thank you very much. Last convention, I promised that we would have a changing of the guards. We want to bring up the new $1 million earners, but I would make a suggestion to all of you, and I know they're going to hate me for this. There's a book out there called Change Your Life. You will never have this group together like this. Go get a book, read their story, have them sign it, because you're never gonna get that chance again. Guys, ladies, thank you very much. We'd like you to go there. Let's give them a round of applause. The new panel, I'd like to bring up, this is the new $1 Million Secret panel. Tamia Bathia, Michelle Whaley, Bernard Chan, Sam Seal, Libertas Peter, Sebastian Popa, Roland Wedge, Winnie Lowe, Kenneth Wong, Gary Gann, and Dr. Dave Blessman. Let's welcome them to the stage. Let's have a seat. Wow. This is actually amazing because it's a new group of people. The reason we did this is because on almost every convention, I kept seeing the same people. And I told them, I'm tired of seeing you. We gotta get new people up here. And this proves, today, it proves that you can also come up here. Because these people were once sitting there. First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you, and I'm going to be asking some questions about your trip to this wonderful $1 Million panel, okay? And I'm going to ask different questions. I don't know if, can we, where is it? All right. First of all, how did you get started? Tamia, I know you told them, but I'm not going to ask that to everybody. I'm just going to ask a couple questions. How did you get started?
Well, first of all, Danny, I'm the mother of 3. I'm the grandmother of 2, and I'm now the wife of 1. Yeah, you heard it first here at the convention. So the reason I got started is because I have, you heard me say, 3 children. My second child lost oxygen at birth and was diagnosed as being a child that would be severely mentally retarded. That was the words that was shared with me. And so my son, for a very long time, he couldn't walk, he couldn't talk, he couldn't feed himself, he couldn't go to the bathroom. He was in diapers until he was 11 years old. I tried everything under the sun, but we didn't really get anywhere. So to make a long story short, I got a phone call from my sponsor who called me and told me about this wonderful technology, and she kind of felt like it would be of benefit. So when she told me the price, I was completely against it. I figured water is water, what's the big difference? Didn't kill my grandmother, didn't kill me. But nonetheless, she died of a stroke, and my grandfather diabetes, and the list goes on and on. But when I changed my son's water, to make a long story short, it is amazing at how his body started to react. Not that the water healed my son, but my body's son went into such a state of balance until his body started to respond accordingly. And that's how I got started. Initially, I did not want to do the business at all. I was not interested in building the business with Enagic. I felt people would not buy the machines. It's too much money. However, it happened anyway. Because when people would come to my house and they want water, they hear the machine, can't get a water 9.5. What is that? I told them, but I couldn't tell them exactly how it worked. We gave everybody 9.5 when we got started. People had headaches, diarrhea, all kinds of stuff, but we told them keep drinking it, it'll go away. So anyways, but it just grew. It grew, and I like to say by accident, but it wasn't an accident. It grew in spite of me trying hard for it not to grow. And it just took off from there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask about 10 questions, and I'm gonna need everybody here to keep up with it about a 30-second time so we can get to the 10 questions. Bernard, how did you get started?
I was introduced by Pierre from Mauritius. Thank you, Pierre. I'm sure you're out there. As Miss Ishii says, the first month is the most important. I lived everything Enagic.
This is point blank.
In every corner of one-on-one demos, one-on-two demos, just 2 demos, 3 demos a day, 4 demos a day, as many demos in a month. And then the momentum picks up from there. Yeah, thank you.
How did you get started, Gary? Yes. Real quick.
Firstly, I'd like to give thanks to my upline sponsor, although he's not here anymore, the late Andrew Wee. One day he just gave me a DVD, a blue color DVD. Of course, most of you all know it as Pat Boone. So after seeing this video, I was very excited with the water. I've checked it out. How come a company with such a long history and nobody virtually in Malaysia and most part of Asia have heard of it? And within the first month, my group went crazy, and my first bonus check was about $18,000 US. That's how we got started.
Okay, dynamite. Let's go to the end. How did she get started? Yes.
大家好，我咧就係點樣開始啊？我咧就係咧，因為我自己本身有濕疹啦，咁透過 Michelle 啦 ，Michelle 咧就介紹咗我用呢部機，咁我就開始咗呢個生意咯。
I started to have eczema, and one of my friends, Michelle, she just introduced me to the Kangen water machine, and that's how I started. It's that easy.
Okay. Libertas, how did you get started?
I was broke. and I would like to thank my friends, Emerald, a Singaporean. She always introduced everything, network marketing product to me. And I always buy from her until I broke. And one day, there's a seminar in Singapore, and I went there again. Said, Peter, come. There's a new product from Japan. Okay, I went there. When I said, wow, I want to buy the machine, but I don't have money. She thought that I'm still a businessman. But anyway, I raised up my hand, I want to buy the machine. And in that time, the only one who bought the machine 3 times similar is only me alone. And they don't know that I don't have that money. But I don't know. I strongly believe that this machine can change my life. Because there's no office in Indonesia. I was broke. Of course, everybody don't believe me. And this business is about trust. We cannot sell this machine without trust and relationship. So every friend see me to come to them. I said, Peter's coming to borrow money again. But actually, I realized it was my mistake. So when you're getting down from your business, that's right, it's no problem. But just realize that's your mistake. Not because you don't have money, your friend leave you. And then I still keep smiling every day. That's very easy because I know the power of everything of human being is love. Even though I don't have money, but I still believe love is everything.
Okay.
I think that's enough.
I'm done with this. You get 1, 2, or 3 questions depending on how long.
Okay. From my book, I learned 3 things in my life. 1, I will not say I know already. I know already. I never said everything. Even though I know, I will try, okay, I want to know more. The second thing when I broke, I was learned is never said I can do it. Because when you can do it, you can learn from someone can do it. And the third thing is impossible. Many things impossible in this world, but it happens. Especially for tonight, I would like to thank Hong Kong office, LG, thank you very much, to support me long time, more than 8 years. Thank you very much.
Okay. Next question. What was the hardest thing for you in the beginning? And how did you overcome it? I'd like to give that one to Michelle. By the way, they don't know they're going to be asked these questions. So they're coming up with this straight from the heart. What was the hardest thing for you in the beginning, Michelle?
Convincing my husband.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Convincing her husband.
My husband was so skeptical. He thought I had sunk the ship. He said, "You want to spend that much money on a water machine?" That was the hardest thing I had to overcome. And I did. And he loves taking care of all the Enagic checks.
Can we ask, what was the hardest thing for you, Sam?
There wasn't any hardest thing. There wasn't. All I did was bring people into my home for the first few demos, and people were just buying machines. Not everybody. Out of 10, you get 2 or 3 sales, and keep on doing the demos and demos. And with a machine like ours, for those of you who have been in the business long enough, when you get to know the machine that well, you have an obligation to sell this machine. Don't you agree? You have an obligation to sell the machine.
Wow. This reminds me of when we got started, how hard things were. Okay? Next question. What is the most important ingredient that move you to the top, Bernard?
As it says, one has to dream big. Enagic Hong Kong that supported Singapore before the office was open decided to send me for an event in Torrance, and I saw maybe 600 people at the award, and it helped me to start visualizing. It helped me to start dreaming big. And to continue to dream big, I needed to hang around people who dream big. I cut down dream stealers. Thank you. And folks, continue to hang around people who think impossible thoughts. Stay away from people who love this friend called mediocre. We become who we mix with. I was lower than mediocre. That was my mindset last time. And I started mixing up, and I realized I started thinking up. So I would say this is the key ingredient to dream big and stay away from dream stealers.
Dynamite. Rowan, since you have the mic in your hand, what's the most important ingredient that moved you to the top?
First, in my opinion, the success is a decision. So that this decision we made so big, so huge, that there's not other choice. First, second, that to be better today than yesterday, and to be better tomorrow than today. So that we must be better daily. And the third point, we have to reduce our level of ignorance daily. With mentors, my favorite mentors is Napoleon Hill, like his great book, Think and Grow Rich. And so if we change our mindset, because we live in 4 different worlds. Our reality is made with our emotional world, our mental world, and spiritual world. And as you know, there's only 2 kinds of economy. The economy where we love the money and we use people, and this economy brings a worldwide crisis. And the second economy, the right one, where we love the people and we use the money. And in this direction, we are automatically aligned with the law of success, with the spiritual law of success, and then everything is possible.
Thank you. Dr. Day, where and how do you find your prospects?
Everywhere I am. I could be in a Starbucks, or I could be just from everywhere, from walking on the beach, or from riding my bike, because everybody drinks water. So what I make sure I do is I always either wear a common shirt or a hat and carry my bottle. And many people say, oh, I've heard of that, not in the beginning, but now people are hearing, what's alkaline water? They see it all over the stores. So it makes it so much easier that people already understand it. And again, I can't go without saying that in the beginning, Bob and I went from hate to break, with the most honest, incredible man that I've ever met in my life, Bob Gudelli. We just traveled and helped each other, and it was the most incredible 2 years of my life. It was really, we didn't consider it work, we considered it kind of our mission to help other people. And it was so powerful, and we helped so many people, and it was a great feeling. And Bob, thank you.
Okay. What's the process of inviting someone to a presentation? What is your process of inviting someone to a presentation? I'd like to give that to Kenneth over there. In other words, how does it invite people to see the program?
喺保薦嘅過程當中，我大概用2成嘅時間去關心我嘅朋友嘅健康，我大部分用8成嘅時間關心佢經濟，所以我約人嘅時候多數都係關心佢嘅前景啦，佢哋將來有啲咩期望啦，我主要用呢個咁嘅方向嚟到保薦我嘅朋友，所以我保薦嘅人多，但係好多都係精英。 好多都成為6A、23同埋24，甚至係25啦。
Most of the time, 20% I used to focus on the prospect's health, but 80% of the time, I focus on what they're doing now. Are they doing really good in financially, or are they not? So normally, I don't really have to go out to find a lot of people. I just know some of them, and a lot of them are great leaders, and a lot of them are 283-4, 683-4, 682-3s. So I have a lot of great partners who works for me and work with me together to build up my own team.
Okay. Sebastian, I didn't ask you that because you already trained that. What are the first things you do with a new distributor?
Of course, if you... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Of course, if he's a new distributor, he already tastes the Kangen water, right? So the first thing I'm doing is to have a drink that night, because she just gets rid of 3,000 euro. I'm just kidding. But in the next day, to relax, you know? But in the next day, I stay with him. I make him to take off the agenda. Every person that he knows, family, friends, relatives, person from the magazines, everybody, doesn't matter. And I'm teaching him how to make invitations, how to make demos. I'm helping him to get very, very quick, at least 3A, if not 6A. So this is my things that I am doing.
Okay, I'd like to ask that to Tamia also. Tamia, what are the first things you do with a new distributor?
Well, just like you, Sebastian, one of the things that I do is I want to find out their why. I think it's important to find out why a person is doing this, because I firmly believe that if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. And I believe that that's the burning desire that will keep that person going. So I want to find out what their why is. And then after we find out what their why is, the next thing is to get that list out of the way. Once we get the list out of the way, we can start inviting, confirming, and start actually planning the HWSs, the Health and Wealth Seminars.
Okay, Dynamite. I'd like to ask that down here again. Roland, what do you do with a new distributor? I just recruited a new distributor. What is your process with a brand new distributor?
First, I give all of my materials, like PowerPoint, the book of Dr. Carpenter, because the new distributor must work himself about the knowledge. Then I invite him to make his list of contacts, okay? Because the list of contacts is the most important. Is all of the potential stand in this list, and if we write the first day 100 names, and then daily 2 names, and the third step that we write all people that each contact know. We have really a huge list. And there's only 3 kinds of people in our business. The small people, they make a list of 10 contacts. The middle people, a list of 100 contacts. And the next future, they make a list of 1,000. Yes? Because this is possible. Everyone knows 1,000 people. And if you are in this way, you don't have any problem about presentation, demo.
Okay, thank you. Here's a good question. What is the biggest mistake new distributors make, and what's your advice on how to avoid them? Sam? What's the biggest mistake you see new people doing?
The biggest mistake the new guys make is doing it on their own. So you don't want to do it on your own. Now, can I ask the people here, have you ever helped a pregnant lady deliver a baby? For those who haven't, would you want to help her deliver the baby? So selling your first few Kangen machines is like helping deliver your first few babies. Remember that. And the key to selling the Kangen machine is in the demo. So I tell my guys, we have a mantra. The mantra is, no demo, no sales. Can you repeat after me? No demo, no sales. One more time. No demo, no sales. One more time. One more time.
Thank you very much. Michelle, what's the biggest mistake new distributors make in this business? In your opinion?
That new distributors make?
Yes.
New distributors have a very funny way of looking at people like on this stage and thinking, I can't do that. It's really cool how much money they make. What I think I see people do is sell themselves short. They don't dream big enough. You have to want it. You have to want something better for your families. And not just kind of want it. Every one of these people that you see here today, they wanted it so bad, they never quit. They never stop. Demos, demos, demos. Water, water, water. Remember, it's one day at a time. 1 gallon of water, one family, one plus one is 2. 2 plus 2. 4. You get the picture? One day at a time, and this seat of mine is yours.
What's the biggest mistake you see new distributors do?
最緊要嘅新人咧，你唔好叫佢亂咁做 demo 咯。
It's to have more training on demos, not to talk too much about the product, but to sell yourselves.
最緊要咧，佢哋學識用部機，用好佢哋嗰個分享，咁就可以幫到佢可以講到部機多啲嘢。
And to train your distributors to share their stories, their true stories, and to let everyone know how good the water is.
Okay. Kenneth, what's the biggest mistake you see new distributors do?
我諗新人最大嘅錯誤就係一接觸到就係咁講部機幾咁犀利，幾咁犀利，講埋個價錢。我覺得最重要就係佢哋嘅角色應該係一個橋梁，邀約佢哋嘅朋友去見佢哋嘅上線。未睇 demo 之前，有咁少講咁少，引起佢哋興趣，引起佢哋好奇就可以㗎啦。
To train your new distributors to not to talk too much about the product. A lot of distributors, they do say how Kangen waters are so powerful, how they can do a lot of things to you, and they should just be a bridge, just to let them introduce you to their uplines and let them do their demos and demonstrate how good this product is to them, instead of just them telling them how this machine is powerful enough to work for them.
Okay, thank you. Libertas, when you're recruiting somebody, what are the signs of a potentially good distributor? What do you look for?
Sign of potential good distributor when we talk about Hanggang and they said, okay, I want to buy it.
Do you look for somebody broke like you?
Yes, my team almost all 90% are broke. Yeah. Because they are hungry. When people are hungry, they are not looking for building, beautiful home, beautiful car. They just want enough to eat. But in America, you see, the salary is more higher than Indonesia. But I see here, I come here for 3 times. I feel that the cost of living is very high. You're not hungry. You have enough food to eat. But the cost of living too high make you hungry. Not like in Indonesia. We are hungry because we have nothing to eat. Yeah. So this is different between United States and Asia, especially Indonesia. So, back to your question, what are the signs of potential good distributor? Frankly speaking, there is no sign. We don't know which one will go, which one will become big leader. We really don't know. The most important thing is we just keep doing. Just like a diamond miner. Your friend said, Peter, over there's a diamond. You just go and do it again, do it mining. Work harder and harder. After that, there's no diamond there. And then your friend and there, Peter, over there. We must go there again to do it again. And then also there's no diamond. 10 times, 10 place, no diamond. But when you touch the 5th time, the 15th time, also there is no diamond. But God see everything. At last, He felt very pity on us. And He put 1 diamond in that place. And we got it. And from my experience, how can you say that you can see the sign of there's place a diamond? Cannot say. This is my opinion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. What do you look for when you're looking for a distributor?
Well, basically, there are a few things that I actually look for. Number one, they must be coachable, teachable. If they come in with a certain mindset, like maybe they are professional or they are expert in a certain field, it just doesn't work. As I always tell them, I said, if you are a world-class badminton player and now you want to be a swimming champion, you cannot bring the badminton rules into the swimming competition. You will fail badly. In fact, you won't even qualify. So number one, that person needs to follow, because if he wants the result that we are getting, they need to follow the leaders. It doesn't matter whether the person that is showing you has a PhD degree, master degree, you follow by the results that you see. And the second thing is, the second most important thing in the business like Enagic, especially Enagic, they must have an attitude that they do not give up. No matter what. If you notice, the best part of the Enagic business model, you will get there as long as you don't leave the game. If you leave the game, it's game over. So as long as you are willing to stay the course, you will reach the top. That's the reason why I say, see you at the top. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, Sebastian, what are the signs of when you meet somebody and you sign somebody up and you have everything, what are the signs of I'm wasting my time?
Basically, like the previous question, there's no sign, in my opinion, because everybody has a treasure which has to be activated, in my opinion. But maybe if somebody is, I don't know, he loves to work 8, 10, 12 hours per day for I don't know what kind of income, maybe he just loves to do that, and you try your best to show him, to put a goal in his head, and he doesn't want to hear it. Maybe there's a little sign that you should give up, because maybe you'll consume your energy with that guy, and maybe you can do something else with another guy with exactly that energy. This is my opinion.
Sam, can I ask you the same question? What are the signs of I'm wasting my time?
I don't really encounter many of these people. If anything, I persevere on. I suppose when you have somebody who asks you silly questions, you know, or just giving you a hard time. Really.
Okay. Dr. Dave, what are the signs of I'm wasting my time? Everybody here has given somebody water, right? And sometimes you give water forever and there's no sale. What are the signs? There, you need a mic.
A number of times for water, and they called me up a few days later crying, and I said, what's wrong? They said, well, I gotta be honest, I did not drink the water, but I gave it to my dog, and for the first time in many years, my dog has been able to use his hind legs, and they ended up buying a machine for their dog. Because nowadays we know people's dogs mean almost as part of the family, and they'll spend a fortune on a veterinarian. But when this dog got up and dragged its legs to go outside for the first time in many years, the woman was, she felt bad, but in a way, overall it was a good thing. And then she realized there must be something to the water, because a dog is not, a dog is honest. A dog is not going to make up an excuse. So many times something like that's happened, or they gave it to the husband who they didn't like, or they gave it to someone else, and it worked.
Okay. Tamia, what are the signs when you're recruiting somebody of I'm wasting my time here?
Well, the first sign for me is when they're not coachable. They ask you, you find out what their why is, you tell them, what they need to do to actually accomplish that, and you are constantly saying the same things over and over and over again. See, some of us, we're trying to wake the dead. And we're constantly talking to the same people over and over and over again, and we wonder why we're not growing. To me, that's wasting time. You talk to new people every day. You're constantly building your portfolio of lists every day. Instead of just waiting on people that's promising to do this or promising to do that. To me, that signs of wasting my time is when people are they're not able to be coached, and they're not able to be taught. They just want to do what they want to do, and they expect for you to go along for the ride. That's a waste of time.
Okay. Michelle, how do you find top builders in the network marketing industry?
I don't know.
Did you hear that? I don't know.
I do not know. I was not in network marketing. This was the first opportunity that I was given in this industry. So if you're sitting there and you've never done this, everyday people can get you where you want to be right here. So, with that said, my friends know people who like to do network marketing. So now I have some of the top leaders in Enagic in my group, and they've all got experience, but I didn't find them. So let's talk to Sam.
You don't have to personally know the people with the network experience. You find them through the people who are already in your team. Right? Now I've got Gary here, who's one with network experience. He's my indirect. He's 2 levels away from me. And I've got another guy by the name of Raven's son. He's 5 levels away from me. So my tip for you guys is you want to look for new guys, and you also want to go and support your team. Even those guys out of your 8 points, you gotta go deep. So that's how I do my business. I build my business very deep.
Very good. I want to ask that question to Gary. How do you find top builders?
Well, in Malaysia, you can find them everywhere, in the street, in the toilet, in the bus, in the taxi, in the restaurants. Everybody eat, live, and sleep MLM and network marketing. but seriously, that's just how we work in Malaysia and in Asia. How do you find top builders? I think a lot of when I started, there are a lot of people who are very much older than me. I'm one of the young guy, young in age, you know, but old in experience. So what I do is through the years of going through one company to the other, that's how we identify. So sometimes things like this, you cannot take the shortcut. Time has to take place. Like for example, I hear of Cynthia's story, Romi's story, and JV's story. Somehow they were in some form of project, like what Daniel has spoke about. So sometimes you take time, and through the years, you actually get to find the top builders in this with network experience. Yeah, that's it.
Bernard, I'd like to ask you that same question. How do you find top builders?
By invoking the law of attraction, by becoming a top leader in the traits that top leaders have: punctuality, dressing well. Difficult to outdress Daniel, yeah? Dressing well, speaking truth, or give honor where honor is due. You know the lot by invoking the law of attraction. Be a leader yourself.
Great. How do you close the sale? What do you say to get someone to purchase the unit? That's a good question, by the way. How do you close the sale? Sebastian, how do you close the sale?
By making him a contract, right? This is the correct answer? No, so depends of the reason. First I want to find out exactly the reason which he brought the machine, the Kangen machine. If, for example, somebody wants to buy the machine only for the business, because I met some other guys like this, I will close the sale very simply, make him the business plan. Maybe if he asks me to show him some checks or something like that, I will motivate him with that, and he's going to get very motivated. But if he will buy the machine only for the benefits of the water, I will give him the machines, depends on the reason of the water is doing for him. Maybe he has some particular problem in his body. If not, only for preventing, I will show him the other guys, the testimonials for the other guys that improve their health or the financial health. And for me, it's very simple to close a sale. If they saw the presentation, if they saw a demo, basically I don't see any reason not to buy a machine. Only in their heads they cannot do it, but they finally can do that.
Okay, Kenneth, how do you respond to this? Is this a pyramid scheme? Is this another multi-level program? Is this a scam? How do you respond when people tell you that?
喺香港都遇到呢啲咁嘅情況咁我會用一啲嘅即係我會嘗試用一啲嘅例子咧，就去即係解答呢啲咁嘅問題咁傳銷其實只係一個名稱咁最主要就話佢背後為你帶嚟啲乜嘢
There are a lot of cases. We come up a lot of cases across a lot of cases in customers or prospects asking this question, and a lot of times I would use different examples to explain to them what will you get behind it, instead of explaining whether this is a pyramid scheme or an MLM scam. Instead, just tell them if you do this, what will you get behind it? What will you get from the result from that?
Okay. Dr. Dave, how do you respond to that? Is this a pyramid scam?
Basically, they are getting a device that will last them most of their lifetime. Even if they, it's not like they're purchasing air or a vitamin. They're purchasing a unit that will create not only their drinking water, but all the waters that they would need to live a healthy lifestyle. So whether they do the business or not, they are making a direct purchase of a product that would be the best and most used product in their household. And also in doing so, protecting their family, because nowadays we know with all the problems with Flint, Michigan, and many areas of the world, we have 2/3 of the water of ocean and rivers and lakes, and hardly any is drinkable. So it's so important that the water they drink is clean, and besides, you can't change the air. The air, our atmosphere flows, and there's nothing much, but they can change the water and the way they eat and the way they clean vegetables and fruits.
Okay. What's the best and most productive tool that you have personally used? No? Let's go to Bernard. Bernard, what is the most productive tool that you have used? Real quick.
A DVD called Answers for Thirsty World 2.
The DVD? Michelle, what's the most productive tool that you have used?
Well, for many years, it was an SD501. Now, my favorite tool is the K8. And I also love Bob Gradelli's video on www.kongandemo.com.
Okay, Dynamite. We're a little bit over time now, so yes. Give him a mic.
The most important thing is gaining someone's confidence and having that person not trying to push something on them that they may not need in the beginning, but to create a trust in that person. Because if that person feels you're straightforward and honest, then everything else comes second. I think that honesty and straightforwardness with each person is the best thing you can create.
Okay? I want one word from all of you only. What can you tell people about your lifestyle with Enagic? Tamia.
Freedom.
Freedom. Sebastian.
Wow.
Wow.
A whole new world.
A whole new world. What can you tell people about your lifestyle with Enagic? One word.
Wonderful.
Gary?
Peace of mind and true happiness.
Peace of mind. Bernard?
Thankfulness.
Dr. Dave?
Love and having a family among us all, and doesn't matter what group or whose group you're in, we all help each other, which I've never seen in any other business.
Libertas, one word. What can you tell people about Enagic lifestyle?
One big family, hanging family.
Okay. Bro.
99% of people work for money, and 1% have money and time. And I have the chance to be by the 1%.
One word to describe your lifestyle with Enagic.
以後購物無需再睇價錢啦。
Don't need to look at the prices on price tags.
One word.
Amazing.
Amazing. We're way over, so I'm going to just choose one person for this. What is your final words of wisdom to everyone and to Mia? You have the honor.
Well, my final words, our final words I like to say, and I'm sure they all would agree with me, is to stay focused. Stay focused. You're excited now, you know, there's nothing wrong with being excited, but it don't last always. You gotta be able to self-motivate. And you'll win, but stay focused. There's gonna be times when, you know, it's not going to be easy to maintain. You're gonna have trials, you're gonna have tribulations. But just know, those who stay in the race will finish eventually. And I promise you, what Enagic has to offer is better than anything else out there, hands up or hands down, period. Stay in the game long enough and you will win. So just stay focused.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your new $1 million panel. Let's give them a round of applause. Number one, write this down, because we're at the close here. And don't leave yet. There's a organization meeting that we do once every month. If you're not at this organization meeting, you're missing one of the best tools in Enagic, and it's free. All you have to do is go to kangan1info.com or kangan1global.com. Both of those will lead you to the organization meeting that I do once every single month, and we've been doing it ever since we got started. On August 1st, we're going to be covering the entire convention, pictures, new tools. You need to get your people on that, okay? Next is, let me see, what do they have here? The Oh, that's what we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover some of the announcements, the global recognition, all the pictures. They're all over Facebook right now. All right? Monday, August 1st. Also, try not to forget this book right here. And by the way, I'm not promoting this. I already ordered 100 of them. So if you want to find, you know, like I said, find someone who already has what you want, find out what they're doing. This is the 2 tools that I will be using the most. This one right here, Change Your Life. When I want to explain to somebody, because you can't explain to somebody about Enagic. This is the best way. The second thing is, we used to have a video called Answers for a Thirsty World that I did. Everybody's been asking me for my video here. There's a video out there called Timing. Do you believe in it? It's in the vendors, and it's the presentation that I did with over 1,000 people in the room. I think these 2 combined, giving it to a prospect, will give you very, very high percentages of explaining to somebody what this is all about. Okay? Now, tonight, there is free time for everybody. I suggest you go down Vegas, go everywhere. There's parties throughout the hotel. Okay? Main thing is don't lose too much money out there. I'm sure they don't want me saying that. Okay? But I want to let you know about that. So that's a little bit about the announcements. Saturday distributor training call. This is Eli and Jelena. Every single Saturday, they do a call. It's free. If you're trying to do this business by yourself, you're not going to make it. You need the help. You need tools. And these things right here that I'm showing you on the internet that we do cost you nothing. If you go to Kangen One Global, it doesn't sell you anything. It doesn't ask you for any emails. It has, all it is a training site, okay? Now, tomorrow, there's a meeting here at 9 o'clock, and that will be an awards banquet. An awards ceremony. They're gonna be giving away a ton of money up here tomorrow. You wanna see it. And last of all, I want everybody here, the vendors pavilion, if you want to go there, there are tools there that you won't find in your area. They're all here right now. I do not make a penny on any of that. I'm promoting that because it allows you tools that you need. And for the leaders here, go bring back some tools for your people. So when they're out of DVDs, they come to you, and you're a general. Your people are out of bullets. They're going to you. You can't say, I'm out too. You're the general. You're supposed to have all these tools for them. The last piece is all the tools that you have out there. And by the way, I see Ride the Wave. That's one of the books I give to new people. All my new people have it. Ride the Wave book. Because it's Jerry's book. That's it. I don't know what they earn on that. But all I know is it is a phenomenal tool. Okay? There's brand new products. There's all kinds of things out there. Thursday, here's the schedule. 9 to 2. We have the Enagic Global Convention Award Ceremony. 5 to 7 in the foyer. There's gonna be a mixer. That's where all the leaders will be. If you have one of those books, get their signature on it. You're not gonna have that opportunity again. At 7 o'clock, there'll be a VIP dinner, and Mr. Oshiro will be on all of this. Now, I'm gonna ask everybody, especially the people that are standing up, to just stand still for a second. I'm going to give you a message, and this one I want you to take home with you. I've been doing training now for over 3 decades, and I have carried this message with me on all the biggest conventions that I have been part of. I've opened up a meeting for Anthony Robbins. I did this closing. And I want to share it with all of you. And the reason why is because in 30 years, I do not see a more appropriate time to give this message to you. This one is from me. It is a gift to all of you. Because after this, I want you to understand that this is not the end. This is only the beginning for all of you. Remember, success training is a continuous process. The art of learning is such an exciting vocation. And when we stop learning, we begin to die. This next decade in Enagic, it's going to be a diamond decade for all of you in the room who are looking for success and who don't mind making the sacrifices that have to be made in order to achieve higher goals. You today are a direct result of those dreams you put feeling and desire into yesterday. In other words, where you are right now, you are where you are because of what you put in yesterday. And to get to a greater tomorrow, you need to put it in now. And I believe to get to where you want to go, every leader said it. I believe that you are going to have to dream big. There's magic in dreams. Dream as big as the sky. There's no magic in small dreams. I want you to remember something. Any dream, thought, or idea that you have, it was given to you by a greater power who knew before he, capital H, gave you that dream. He knew that you were capable of turning that dream into reality. We're living in a world today where a person's dream becomes realities almost as fast as your mind can conceive them. You're a direct result of what you put in. Dream big. There's magic in dreams. Dream as big as the sky. It's waiting for you. All you have to do is follow a simple formula. 1, you need to dream big. 2, you need to put legs on those dreams. Strengthen those legs with knowledge. Apply that knowledge with wisdom. Season this formula with patience. And then wrap it up with determination and a deep belief that you will succeed in this program. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do that with passion, success will eventually be in your hands. And when you get there, like all these people have, you'll find that you've made mankind your business, the world has become your office, but God, your God, He's still your boss. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.